Hello, my name is Michael Garrick, and this is PoppinCulture. My guest today is comedian Ben Stacy, hilarious comedian from Rock Hill and Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte,
Rock
North
Hill,
Carolina.
South,
Yep.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Sorry. Very funny comedian, guys. If he's in your city, please go see him. He will keep you laughing. He's hilarious. One of my favorite. Um, thank you so much, man, for coming back on the show.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Oh, cool. The topic you chose was punk rock and how punk rock has influenced pop culture. For people that don't, well, hopefully everyone, but I'm sure it's gonna be a few. For people that don't know what the genre of punk rock is, how would you describe it to them?
Fast, loud, crazy. It's like the base roots of rock and roll. Um, just angry, aggressive. Uh, Usually a message, sometimes not. Sometimes it's just good fun, and sometimes it's a real kick in the teeth.
Yeah, that's true.
Overall, it's genuinely my favorite genre of music because it's just the type of music I've really like identified with over the years.
Nice, nice.
It's I would describe it as like the hip hop for white people because it's very DIY. It's like, it comes from like working class neighborhoods and that type of thing.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
not to get weird about it.
No, no, no. I was just thinking of the punk rock song I would compare to "Fuck the Police." Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
just
Ah,
trying to tell
beer.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I was just like, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Um, so, any special reason why you chose the topic?
Again, it's like I hadn't been into that type of music since I was about 14, 15 years old. I was an angsty teenager, just an angry one too, because well, my whole world just kind of fell apart when I was 13. My parents were like getting a divorce. My aunt, uh, who I loved very dearly, turned out going to prison for uh for a very violent crime, and that was also the year I found out Santa Claus wasn't real. Yeah, I was one of those dummies. So it was just like, what else did you lie to me about? God?
I'm not gonna lie, buddy. I was just like, man, this is horrible. And then you got the Santa Claus, and I was like, all right.
I know that.
I
I
was like,
wanted to
you.
believe so bad. But
I'm not gonna tell you what order to tell that story in next time, but
so it's like, oh, that last one, whatever. But
uh,
at the same time,
no, I was thinking like, was that the one that hurt the most? Like that's what I was.
in a way, yeah, because that's when you start asking the existential questions, like, what else do you lie about? The Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, God? Like,
I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I probably say this too much on the show, but like I told you I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, I believe.
what?
I grew up a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like it was always weird during holiday season just because everybody would come to me and be like, "What's the PlayStation like?" I'm like, it's amazing. You gotta wait till December. That's crazy. Um, you know,
But
man, got this back in November. Like, but yeah, it's worth the wait, buddy. Like,
yeah, you got all the cool stuff first, and then you didn't have to worry about like. But
for real,
then
dude.
again, it was probably like hard after Christmas swapping stories like about like, yeah, what did you get? Hey, what did you get? And you're just out there like, yeah, I already got that stuff. You were asking me months ago.
Yeah, for real. They'd be like, "No, you didn't." Be like, my mom's not gonna wait for prices to go back up. Like,
Can't blame her for that.
yeah, just she was just like, "Oh, okay, I can get it for," yeah, because I think the PlayStation 2, I think that was only 150, and I know the Sega Genesis, she got it for $99. And the
Woo.
only reason why I remember it so well is because she got it from Sears, because apparently Sears used to sell, well, Sears don't sell nothing no more, but Sears used to sell game systems. Yeah.
They used to sell everything
Oh yeah.
up until recently, like just Walmart, Amazon kind of fucked them
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. No, I think Sears did it to themselves, man. You know, Lil Way sounds good, you know, if you're a consumer, But if I own a business, layaway ain't really the best idea.
No,
Uh,
you can't really rely on people paying it.
no, no,
But
I'm sure because I'm not proud of this at all. And we'll get to punk rock, guys. I'm not proud of this at all. You know, Kmart went out of business, but Kmart kept layaway. Man, when I say I got this baseball jacket that like I literally had on layaway for like 12 months. I got it like right before they ran out of business. I was like, Michael Garrett, like, do you still have it? Uh, and they had it. They had it back there. Just like, okay.
well, I moved in. I remember when they were like shutting down. I moved into an apartment in Concord, and like the first couple of days, I didn't have like electricity because I just didn't have the money to put down payment for electricity. I was moving out of my dad's house, so I was just trying to get the fuck out of there. So
I
it was
got
just
you.
like candle lights and flashlights, and I had to like go to a friend's house to like charge my phone. And uh I went to the Kmart that was just up the street from it, and I just bought a flashlight. I was just trying to buy a flashlight. I go through, pay, and I come out, and they're checking receipt. This is like their last month of business, and they're still checking the receipt. And I'm just like, I just looked at the guy and was just like, "You're really gonna check me for a job you're losing that pays you minimum wage?" Like,
Yeah, bro. Bro, like you ain't stealing nothing.
like
Literally, bro.
I was working
Uh,
there, I'd be stuffing my pockets. Like, shit.
yeah. Oh man, I mean, I got one of my first messages on here, man. It said, "Yo, what's good? How's it going? It's going good. Speedex.
No,
Uh, can you see it on your side?
I can't.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
Maybe
But I did,
participant. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Oh,
wait. I mean, on Twitch, could you see it on Twitch, or you're not on Twitch anymore?
no, I'm not on Twitch right now. I'm just on Zoom.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing good, SpeedX. Thanks for asking. Um, sorry, man. Like I said, Twitch is totally new, man, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Please give us a follow. Please give me a follow, SpeedX. Uh,
Dope
all right.
shiitake.
Huh?
So dope shiitake.
Dope shiitake. What's that?
No, dope shit.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, dope yeah. But yeah, you chose the topic of punk rock. Uh, what was your first band that got you into punk rock?
It was actually three. It was the Clash, the Ramones, and the Sex Pistols. That's like the holy trinity for me, because you got like you got the Sex Pistols and the Clash out of London, and you got the Ramones out of New York. Um, but like the Ramones, you know, they were just basic. That's what I liked about them. The hi ho, let's go, fast guitar, sing about crazy stuff. Like my favorite song of theirs is I want to be sedated, because God, I want that so much sometimes. just just put me in a wheelchair, get me on a plane, hurry, hurry, hurry before I go insane. But and then the Sex Pistols, I read an article from like People Magazine, like they did like a whole like little booklet about 70s culture, and the Sex Pistols actually got a mention in there, and they were called the Spice Girls of their day, and I honestly could not agree more, because they were just it was just like such a different type of group. Like they Malcolm McLaren, their manager, the guy behind the whole band, the whole reason he started that band was just for as a publicity stunt. And then it was just like these guys were getting like notoriety throughout London. If you actually watch this documentary called The Filth and the Fury, it's all about their entire career. Like the song "God Save the Queen" actually got John Lydon, or Johnny Rotten as he was known then. It got him beat up because they thought it was like an insult to the Queen at the time, but he was really just going, "No, we were saying love the Queen." Like, got the shit kicked out of him for it.
That's hilarious.
It's kind of weird seeing Johnny Rotten now, because like back back in the 70s, he's like, oh, anarchy in the UK, that kind of thing. And now he's just like, yeah, Trump's awesome. Like, it's like, what the like complete 180.
I
And then,
mm,
but then you got a band like The Clash who kind of brought punk into the mainstream because I still hear their songs on the radio. Like, they got songs like Should I Stay or Should I Go Now?
yeah,
That that one and
and it's
Rock
all
the
over commercials.
Yeah, yeah, and Rock the Casbah. They got London Calling, which has been used in a lot of films and TV shows. And one that's not really like most people don't know the name of, but you'll hear it. It's called Train in Vain. The, the lyrics are you didn't stand by me, dun dun dun, no, not at all, dun dun dun, there's no way. It's like it was. I think it was about like. This is gonna sound fucked up, but I think the song was about conditioning women to listen to you.
So fucked up.
I know.
So fucked up.
I know.
But I see your point, man. If you, I ain't gonna lie, man. If you ever have a cover band, I'm coming to see you, brother. You're nailing it, man.
Well, I would kind of want to write my own stuff. I'm actually writing a song right now. Trying to like, I've been trying to ease back on my drinking lately. And one thing I've been doing is just been like trying to find little side projects. So I started writing a song. I'm writing one called Nice Guys. And it's basically just making fun of the whole nice guy trope. Like, I'm a nice guy, why won't you fuck me? Well, because nice doesn't equate good, asshole. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I got like the Weird Al vibe to it.
Kinda.
Nice.
But I've more recently gotten to this and I don't know why they don't get more credit. This pop punk band, The Offspring, which have been around since the 1980s to now, even.
Yep. Yep.
And if they've done so many songs that they play on the radio that I'm surprised they don't get more recognition. Like what's that one song? You're Gonna Go Far, Kid. That's probably their most popular one. You know, it's that one that goes with a false disguise and a million lies, hit them right between the eyes, hit them right between the eyes. You know that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
man. I'm with you when it comes to punk rock, man. Like punk rock was one of the few genres of music that I could slide by listening to when I was Jehovah's Witness. Like it was that, and like I could speak and listen to rap, but like they really, really were like against rap. But yeah, when it comes to punk rock, man, I can go. You know, I know it pretty well. The band that got me into punk rock was Green Day.
Same here, actually. Well, unknowingly when I was like younger, because my older sister's a MTV brat. Like she
Okay.
grew up in like the golden era of MTV where they still were like playing music videos and that was it.
Yeah, when TRL was like a special event.
I guess so. Like I think she like fell off from there. She was just like it just started sucking after that.
It was funny because my my brother it was weird. Like my brother had a friend that was like, man, you gotta watch TRL, and he was a white guy, and my brother was like, no, you gotta watch 106 in Park. And it's like if you were black, 106 in Park was kind of the thing to watch, and if you were white, TRL was more the thing to watch. And you know, I guess I have no idea. I remember 106 in Park more than I remember TRL, but that's just because it was in the house.
Yeah. Well, well, like a band like Green Day, like that was like the first band that spoke to me, especially with the song Basket Case. Because boy, if I'm not that. But yeah, like I kind of fell off Green Day after the American Idiot album, that which was considered their like sellout album. But
What?
I actually love the songs American Idiot and Jesus of Suburbia, particularly like the
Yeah,
first
like,
two tracks on that album.
yeah, I'm a big fan of Green Day, man. I like all their albums. I really don't think they had like a drop off point. They just were one of the few bands that were like they stuck to their sound and they never, a lot of people reinvent themselves, like Drake and many other artists. They reinvent themselves when they're just like, "Nah, we know what our fans like," and
Yeah.
yeah, like no, our fans are good. Like we like but I would love to, if you could you explain the difference between '90s punk rock and 2000 punk rock?
2000s. 90s punk rock and 2000s punk rock. They honestly, I just feel like it was just a transitional change is all. It's just like it's just going from the 90s punk rock was more focused on like, hey, we're the weird kids, and we're the weird kids, and you're the this is, how do I put it? I don't feel too much of a difference between 90s and 2000s. It kind of sounds about the same typically, but also like the transition. I think it's just like 2000s got a little more emotional. Thus the term emo rock. Um, like people were starting to address things more like I this is how I feel, whereas like 90s was like this is how you should feel about us, and 2000s was like this is how we feel about you in
Uh,
society.
I can see that. In the 2000s, it did become more like, I'm trying to make sure I'm politically correct. I don't want to. I didn't want. I was about to slip up and be like, "Oh, school shooter music, but with a nice tone," and so I probably edited that out. Um, but okay, I don't know where I'm going.
That's a hard question.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, bro. When I asked it, I was like, "Oh, maybe this wasn't the best." I was just like, I even. It's weird when I ask a question that like I can't answer, but it's just
Yeah,
like, um,
but I mean 2000s. That's when you were starting to get like the emo bands like My Chemical Romance and Fallout Boy and All American Rejects. Which, Christ, what happened to them? Like it's like all of America rejected them.
yeah, man. They kept trying to come back with like singles, and like they would do decent, but they wouldn't do the same numbers.
Yeah,
Uh, while we're on, also before we get into deeper, when you think of punk rock, do you have a certain guitar riff or a certain like sound that you hear when you think of it?
that loud, aggressive, in your face type sound. I think the best example would be the guitar work of Greg Ginn from the band Black Flag, who
Okay.
which launched the career of one of my personal heroes, Henry Rollins, who is a singer. He's no longer doing music, but he does a lot of spoken word tours, and has even been like on some like stand up comedy stuff
Yeah.
in recent years. If you
Have you
check
seen
him out,
his movies?
yeah, hell, his show, one of the show he did, Sons of Anarchy, where he played a neo-Nazi. He did a fucking phenomenal job on that show.
Yeah.
And what I love is his attitude about acting. What I saw in an interview, his attitude towards acting was, "Hey, you want to be in this movie? Yeah. Do you know how to act? No." He's just a guy who just. It's just a guy who'll do it for the work. He just loves doing his work.
Yeah. If you guys ever get a chance, watch Henry Rollins' Narwhal interview. It's like he is trying so hard to like, I wouldn't say be an asshole to Narwhal, but he was trying so much to like bully Narwhal to like, all right, bro, you gotta hurry up with this interview. I don't even want to do it. But Narwhal just like throws out so many questions that like he didn't think Narwhal knew, or topics that, I mean, things about his life Narwhal knew. It was like, all right, buddy, you do your research. I gotta give you time for that. You know some stuff that I forgot about, you know. But do you know who Narwhal is?
Yeah,
Okay.
not the biggest fan of him, honestly. But hey, do you, man? Do you?
Why do you think it's like a gimmick? Because I have a few other
I
friends that they're like, it's just a gimmick. Like it's just something somebody looked at a MySpace page and like got all this old information.
I think I just watched one interview a couple. I think, and it just might be from this. I just watched one interview like a couple years ago, stoned off my ass, and it was with musician Mac DeMarco. Do you know him?
Yep.
Yeah, and I could tell that again. It was just one of those things. I could tell Mac DeMarco really didn't want to do this, and it's just like the guy was just a little too like energetic. I don't know. I don't like. I'm. I don't know what it is about me. I don't like people who are so positive all the time. It's just like, God, this annihilation is near, right?
Okay.
That's always that's just what's in my head though.
I
So
guess. I guess.
I got nothing against those people. Good for you for being happy, but at the same time, I really don't want to be around you that much.
All my friends are sad. That's why we're comedians. Um,
Exactly.
yeah.
The end is
Okay.
nigh. Let's just get on with it.
Do you have any favorite one-hit wonders when it comes to punk rock?
One hit wonders. Hmm. One hit wonders.
If you can't think of any, I can throw a few out there for you and see if you remember them.
Yeah, because I mean, I listen to all of it and I like all of it. So,
Do you remember Metro Station?
Metro Station, right? Is
Shake It.
Shake It. Um,
It was Miley Cyrus Brothers band.
I never heard of that. I've never listened to any of his music. I didn't know that he was doing anything.
This is years ago. He ain't been doing nothing for years. So,
Oh,
uh, do you remember the red jumpsuit apparatus?
yeah, I remember them.
What do
That's
you
them.
think? No, no, that's Metro Station was the name of that band, and they had a song called
Oh,
"Shake
oh,
It."
oh, 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 oh,
But
gotcha, gotcha.
red jumpsuit apparatus, they had a song called "Face Down," and I think that was it.
I like that one.
Why
I
do you
like.
think they didn't like pop after that?
I just think it was. Um, I just don't think that their sound is what like the mainstream type of radio is like looking radio the music industry in general is like looking for, because if you look at how the music industry run, they want things that will sell. They don't want things that are good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
Lit.
like,
My own worst enemy, Lit. Do you remember that band? They had that one song, My Own Worst Enemy, is in like
yeah,
every American Pie movie.
yeah. My own worst enemy. I love that song.
Me too.
I
With a
love,
passion. With a
yeah,
passion, bro.
I love a lot of those early 2000s type of pop punk songs. Uh, but like I said, The Offspring is like one of my favorite band. Is probably my favorite band. Uh, and they did that song, "I Want You," that was in the American Pie soundtrack. Um, then you had a band like fuck, what was their name? They did that song, "Butterfly," that was like in every movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I know what you're
"Come,
talking
my
about.
lady, come, my lady, be my butterfly, sugar baby."
Yeah. I think Lit, like, and the Offspring influenced so much pop rock, punk rock that is amazing to see that, like, unless you're really into punk rock, you may not know who those two bands are. But like, I think without Lit, you wouldn't have a lot of bands that really blossomed into something bigger. How
Yeah,
much credit do you think Splash Mouth should get?
Smash Mouth.
Yeah,
You know what? I like Smash Mouth.
I like Smash Mouth the same way I like Bowling for Soup. Like this is Disney Channel music, but I enjoy it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And fuck, I love Bowling for Soup. I listen to their most.
Yes,
Have you listened to their most recent song?
I listen to all their albums, dude. One of my friends, he did not enjoy their music. And he gave me their first album. And I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Disney Channel music. This is very happy music. But like Trucker Hat is still on my playlist right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, fuck. I went to my high school reunion. Uh, the year before the pandemic like hit. 2019. I should just say that. And uh, seeing everyone I went to school with hadn't changed a bit. the first song I played when I got in my car was "High School Never Ends," because it's just like, yep, not for these fuckers.
I like the fact that like it just seems like everybody looks the same, just like 20 extra pounds.
Yeah. Well, everyone I went to school with is either the guys are either in construction or they're cops, and like all the girls like are housewives selling like Mary Kay products and Tupperware and shit. So it's just it's like, yeah, like, and like there were like three people I could like really talk to. One of which my buddy Tim, who Tim Spitzoff, he's a professional pool player now, which I think is cool as shit. So I was able to talk to him about like he's done competitions across the country. And then a guy I knew, Patrick, who's working IT in Charlotte. So it's just like, oh, you got out too, thank God. So
Yeah, it was I was my school reunion. It was so sad, bro. It was super sad, man. We had homecoming, and then they had like this thing we were gonna do at somebody's house, and I was not popular in high school, so I literally went in a group message, and I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm at the house at this little house, whatever. It was a trail or whatever, where everybody's supposed to meet up at the homecoming." So I text, and like it's other like students there, but they're not from my class. And I text and I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm here." And literally on Facebook Messenger, you can see everyone that saw your message. I'm looking at like a 50, 100 people that saw my message, just went right by. Luckily, one of my friends, Travis Rogers, shout out to Travis, he was like, "Hey Mike, I'm about to pull up." And I'm like, "Man, I'm leaving already." 100 people have seen this message and didn't give a damn.
what was
They're having a full conversation past my message. Like
God
I'm not
damn.
sticking around. Like fuck
That's
them.
yeah,
Fuck them. I made it out of Winsboro. All you mad motherfuckers still there.
that's well, but it
Enjoy
was
your plant. Enjoy your plant jobs, motherfucker.
like, hey man, I work a plant job. Don't knock it till you try
Okay,
it.
okay, I'm sorry. Okay, this went left. Okay. Oh,
That is hard work. That is hard work,
yes,
man.
yes, I am true. So, okay, this is all right. So punk rock, man. There's
So
nothing wrong with
yeah,
plant
back to
jobs.
the
No,
subject.
nothing wrong with plant jobs. Anybody watching? Plant jobs are amazing.
No, they're not. They suck. They suck a bag
Okay.
of dicks. I'll tell you that right now. Don't
Not one, but a bag. Okay.
stay in school, kids, but go get like a trade job.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, I want to talk about the females when it comes to punk rock. I feel like Avril Lavigne had to walk so Paramore could run.
Okay, I could see that. I always felt, and I even put Avril Lavigne in this category on my Spotify playlist. I put her more under genuine like pop music. I don't know why, but I think she's just like super mainstream
Yeah, of
at the
course.
like at the time. But Paramore I definitely put more in the punk section. Like Haley Williams is the fucking kick ass chick on
Yes.
vocals. But you also have to remember their origins as well, because you got people like Debbie Harry from Blondie, and my favorite, Joan Jett from the Runaways,
Okay.
um, who's still kicking even at like 60 years old. It's like just can just belt it out like she could in 1979. Um, and then of course with like goth music, you got someone like Susie Sue from Susie and the Banshees, who kind of paved the way for bands like the the Cure and eventually like My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree completely, man. Paramore was like, I mean, Avril Lavigne, she had a great run. Like no one could doubt her run. Like she
no,
had it. Like, but when it came to Paramore, she dated one of those guys at one point.
I, maybe.
I thought like one of the guys left the band because they broke up or something. I think it's a whole new. I think one new person's in that group now because they still tour.
Okay. Okay. Well, that would make sense. But at the same time, I mean, Stevie Nicks wrote a whole album about her shitty ex with her shitty ex. and performed with her shitty ex. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
How much I that ooh, boy, that's tough. That's ooh, I mean, money is money, money makes things go, but man, that is something to see.
That's
He
a
must
that's
all I mean, unless he helped her write it and like he gets that writing credit or he's getting royalty money. I take that back. It depends. Like nobody wants to work at a desk either. So it's like, oh, I can endure this for the right
yeah.
amount of money.
Well, and that's the thing. That was their best selling album, Rumors.
People love controversy, man. Controversy sells.
It really does. I think that's why Kanye is still relevant. Like, not
Nah,
actually, he does still produce some good songs.
yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, he produced as well. Like even if he just stopped rapping and started just producing, he would still be, go down as greatness when it comes to that kind of music. Uh Question for you.
Yeah,
Jimmy Eats the World in Jimmy Eats World. Do you remember that band?
I rem. I know the name. I didn't hear a lot of their stuff
Okay.
though.
All right. Great band, man. If you get a chance to revisit them, check them out. Another one for you. If you had to explain the difference between some 41 and Blink 182, what would you say the big difference would be?
Um,
Because sometimes people really, even with rap or any other genre, they be like, okay, this is just the
no,
same
no,
song over and over and over again.
yeah, no. Here's the thing. Some 41, they've always played more the fast, loud route themselves. Talking about singing about like nonconformity and how uh, you should try and stay to your individual root. They were always more a bit in your face, whereas like Blink 182, they were just more fun. They just had more fun with it, but at the same time, they were able to like kind of take it down a level, just to kind of like get into a more personal space. I mean, Adam's song is a fucking beautiful song
Yeah.
about and it's about like one of their friends from high school who committed suicide, and
Yep.
the song was like a tribute to them. And then you got one of my favorites, "I Miss You," which is which is a very soft ballad compared to a lot of the other stuff they've done.
Yes.
So I think
Uh,
it's just that Blink 182 was able to bring it down a little bit, just so that they could get more on a personal level.
nice. I totally agree. All right. Next question for you. Let's say you're trying to set the mood. It's you and your lady. You're trying to set the mood. Who would you play? Plain White Tees or Lifehouse?
The Buzzcocks. I mean, they got a song called "Orgasm Addict." Sorry.
Nah, you're right. I didn't even think of them. Okay.
Hey, it beats Black Flag slipping in.
True. 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 Um, Simple Plan and Good Charlotte. Uh, which one would you listen to first?
I like that Simple Plan song, "Welcome to My Life," but I feel like Good Charlotte had a lot more bangers, so I'll go Good Charlotte. Um, the anthem, I mean, I still listen to it to this day because just good music. Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. I loved how like shows like MTV Cribs back in the day would play that song, and it was really just more about like how depressed rich people actually are.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing how many songs get played out. I was thinking this the other day. Dale Earnhardt, he's a big hero in Cabarrus County, where I'm from, because he was born in Kannapolis, North Carolina. And then when he died, I remembered the rock station up here played Green Day's. They played a Green Day song with like all his interviews after races, like dubbed over, and
Yeah.
like sound bites from races he had done or won. but and it would have been a beautiful gesture if the song they hadn't chosen was "Good Riddance" by Green Day.
That would have been perfect.
No, it's not. That's a terrible song to pick when you're trying to give a tribute to someone.
You don't think so? That's a beautiful song. Like,
well, here's the backstory of that song. The song is about how Billy Joe Armstrong, lead singer, got picked on a lot in school because he was he wasn't like the other kids. He was trying to like form a band, and he wasn't like partying with them. He's like going to shows and whatnot, and he got a lot of flack for it in school. But then he sees like the people he graduated with living like normal jobs, and he's just saying, "Yeah, fuck you, I made it." That's what the song's really about.
Oh yeah, I know, but I know what it's really about. But if you didn't know the backstory, that's what you think when you hear it. But yeah, I know the backstory.
Okay. But just the fact the song's called "Good Riddance," and you go put that over. You can put Dale Earnhardt stuff over it right after he died. Like, good riddance.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. Until I heard the backstory, I never made the name never made sense. But when I heard the backstory, I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, once you hear the backstory, you're like, oh yeah, good riddance. Yeah. Now this all ties together.
Well, yeah, it would be a beautiful song if it wasn't such a big fuck you, too.
I'm sure when you blow up in comedy, you have a few fuck yous you want to hand out. So
nah, not really. Well, my high school reunion, I told them I was doing stand-up comedy, and they may as well patted me on the head and say, "Oh, good for you." And I was just like, motherfucker, I'm actually like booking shit.
you sell Mary Kay mail.
Yeah, it's like, what do? You raise kids.
That's shit. Oh shit.
Which
shit.
Which doesn't sound bad. I mean, it's like it's a noble thing to do, but at the same time, I went to the same type of school where like 15-year-olds were getting pregnant like all the time.
Yeah, they could be raising a serial killer, so you know.
Yeah, it's just like
yeah. Don't tell me your son's good till he's like 21, and I can see like, oh yeah, he's model. You know, he's a model citizen. Don't tell me he's good at 5 when everybody else is.
yeah.
So
But
all time low and all American rejects. How would you explain those two separate parts of punk rock?
all time low. I don't think I've heard of them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm such an old man when it comes to music. I listen to like a lot of older stuff mainly.
Okay.
But
What about Panic and the Disco and All American Rejects? How would you explain them differently?
Okay, that one I can do. Panic at the Disco. It's like as time went on, like I loved their music in the 2000s, but as time went on, they got like extra mainstream. They became more about the pop aspect than the punk aspect. Whereas like All American Rejects, God bless them, they tried to like stick to their roots. They had that one song, "Gives You Hell," which honestly I don't mind it, but that was kind of like their like probably their last song, like good. Oh, I don't even know good song because I've just heard so many complaints about it.
Okay.
Their last effort to try and stay relevant.
Okay. I thought it was Move Along, but yeah, you're probably right. It's probably that song.
Yeah.
So what do you think happened to punk rock, or do you think it still exists? Like popularity wise?
I think it still exists, but it's like you got to go look for it now.
Yeah.
I would say the best example of a modern punk rock band that is fairly relevant. I know a lot of people who know this group. It's Fiddler out of Los Angeles, and they've done songs like "Cocaine," "Alcohol." They've done. They do like a lot of like party songs, but they're like really raw and like aggressive in their music. Like if you actually like take a listen to the song "Cocaine," it's so like it starts on like sounding soft, and then it just goes all day, like just loud. wild, and it's really good. That's how much I like it. I don't know how to put it really.
Nice, nice.
It's in your
And,
face when it should be.
nice. And my before I forget, someone told me this, and I just don't agree. The band The Killers. Have you heard of them?
Yes,
Do you consider them punk rock?
I think they were trying to start on that road, but they never really. They just, again, very mainstream. But I actually like them on a pop level. Runaways is such a sad song to listen to hear. But then again, you got like a song like The Man, which is a joke. It's a joke song overall. It's about how a man should act and how a man should be, and that's what Brandon, the lead singer, is trying to say that he is. Like, even watch the music video for it. It really puts the story into context.
Okay. Oh, oh. So, anything else you would like to add about how punk rock has influenced pop culture?
Well, if you look at fashion today, a lot of that comes from like the 70s, 80s punk aesthetic, where you got like the Doc Martin boots now, or like um, band sneakers, which I see everyone wearing these days.
Yeah, me included. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and even like denim jackets, denim vests, that came from like the punk era, because that was just like patchwork clothing and army fatigues. I see a lot of people in hip hop wearing shit like that. Um, what else? Maybe like hairstyles like mine. You get it all spiked up. You get like the faux hawk. That's initially from punk, but also the recent movie Us actually had a pretty good statement about how much shit had changed. Because if you notice in the movie at the beginning, you see a guy like when the dad at the beginning is like playing the carnival game, and like the carney is wearing a Black Flag t-shirt.
Yep.
That's an OG Black Flag t-shirt. But later on in the movie, the daughters of the white couple who get brutally murdered is wearing a Black Flag tee, but it's like she doesn't know who that is. It's just more the designer type thing.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it just shows how much shit had changed from the 80s to now. Uh, on top of that, if you listen to a lot of like punk rock actually gets like a lot more cred, like for musical artists, like the styles of it. I'm trying to think of a few, but I can't really off the top of my head. But if you watch any like influential list, like there's usually at least one punk band in it. Typically like the Ramones or the Clash, which were like the first real mainstream punk bands. But then you got like Green Day, even like that they get a nod for like the modern setting of what punk rock is.
Yeah. Who do you think helped more? Because they definitely helped each other. Do you think skateboarding helped punk rock more, or punk rock helped skateboarding more?
I think I think in a way skateboarding did. And I wasn't a big skateboarder. I got like on a skateboard once, fell, scraped my knee, and I was like, "Fuck that shit." I've been in and out of hospitals like as a kid. I don't want to go. I don't want another visit. But but no, I think skateboarding actually helped punk rock a little more, because while I wasn't good at skateboarding, I would still play like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the N64. And then you're hearing stuff from like the Dead Kennedys on there, and like Sum 41 and the Offspring. Like that just littered throughout that entire soundtrack. So even if you weren't like a skateboarder, like outside listening to your boombox, you'd be inside playing that game, listening to the same music.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Very true.
And it's
Very
just like,
true.
oh, I kind of like that one. Like I didn't recognize Police Truck by the Dead Kennedys until years later. And it was like the first track in that warehouse level in Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I was just like, oh shit, that's what that is.
Yeah,
But
that
even one of my favorite TV shows ever, and also a big influencer in my comedy, is the show Jackass.
yes,
And
definitely.
that show starts with a punk rock song. It's called and it should have been the theme song for 2020. It's called Corona by the Minutemen. And it's about how the world is on fire, but we'll all be fine.
My favorite Jackass song is still "If You're Gonna Be Dumb, You Got to Be Tough."
I love that one too.
I mean, with a passion, bro. That song is just beautiful, man. It's if you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough.
Yeah. But my dad showed me this a few years back, but someone dubbed that song over moments from The Simpsons where Homer gets hurt. Like it's just all that. It's a compilation of that with that song dubbed over it. I'll just send
Nice.
you a link to it.
Please don't forget. I want to see that, man.
Okay.
Nice. Well, man, thank you so much, man, for coming on and tell me about um helping me with punk rock and how it's influenced pop culture, man. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
You can catch me next weekend. You can catch me in Rock Hill, South Carolina at 742 North, where I will be competing in the Roast War Championship. I'll be going up against Nick Robinson, another Charlotte comic. But if you put us side by side, we look just like Beavis and Butthead. I'm dead serious. My spiked hair and my big eyes, he's got like, you just got to see us side by side. We really do look like
Nice.
it.
Good luck with that, man. It's some tough people in that competition, man. That's gonna be tough, man. Like
Yeah, it is.
Chris asked me about it, and I was like, man, I got feelings. And can you tell people where they can follow you?
You can follow me at the real Ben Stacy. That's Stacy. I have to say that because people put E in it a lot. The real Ben Stacy on Twitter and Instagram. You can also follow me on Facebook at Ben Stacy. I've got like 3 profiles because I'm logged out of 2, and it's the one where where I have a microphone in my hand. I'm wearing a red flannel. My hair's all spiked up. So yeah, follow me on those.
Nice, man. Thank you again for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for watching and have an amazing day.